house is quiet, everyone is sleeping, and in the silence I make the only promise that matters. I will find a way. The night is soft around their sleeping faces. I move between the rooms on quiet paces. Check the blankets, smooth the hair aside. Hold the moment, let the love reside. Deep inside my chest where fear once gathered. Every breath I take, the only thing that mattered is still here, still breathing, still alive. I will find a way, we will survive. Not with certainty of how, just certainty of will. The path is not yet visible, but something in me still knows the way is coming, like the morning knows the sun. I will find a way, I always have, through every season, dark or glad. I will find a way. The promise stands quietly held in these two hands. For every face that trusts me while they sleep, I will find a way. A promise I will keep, soft and sure and steady in the night. I will find a way toward the morning light. I've walked through harder seasons than this one. Carried heavier and still seen the sun rise on the other side of what I feared. Every valley has an exit, that's what years of living teach a man who pays attention. Every closed door holds a new direction. I breathe it in, the faith behind the knowing. I will find a way, I feel it growing. Not with noise, with patience, not with force, with grace. The way reveals itself to the man who holds his place, who stays, who breathes, who loves and does not leave the race. I will find a way, I always have, through every season, dark or glad. I will find a way. The promise stands quietly held in these two hands. For every face that trusts me while they sleep, I will find a way. A promise I will keep, soft and sure and steady in the night. I will find a way. I don't need to know the whole road tonight. I only need to know the next step. And the next step is this: stay present, stay open, stay grateful for what is still here. The way always reveals itself to the man who keeps walking. I will find a way. I will find a way, soft and sure. Breathe. Hold. Breathe out. You are here. You are still here. That is everything. Let the shoulders fall, let the jaw release, let the hands unclench, make way for peace to enter through the spaces where the tension was. Everything is quieter than it sometimes does appear. The noise inside is not the truth. The truth is in the breath, the ancient proof that you are still alive, still here, still whole. Breathe and let it find your tired soul. Every breath is medicine, every exhale letting go of what you cannot carry into the gentle undertow of rest, of now, of here, of what is already enough. Breathe and rise softly, slowly. Breathe and rise. You are holy in the most human way. A man who loves his family, who holds the plan lightly, who breathes when breathing is the only tool, who keeps on believing that the breath that sustains him will sustain the ones who love him. Breathe and rise. The morning will bring what the morning brings. Tonight just breathe beneath the weight of things you cannot solve in darkness. Let them wait. The breath is your foundation. Stay inside this moment. Nothing more required than your presence here. Not hired, not employed, just present, just alive. Breathe and rise, breathe and rise, breathe and rise. Every breath is medicine, every inhale gathering the quiet strength of a man who chooses peace as training for the day ahead. The road, breathe and set down half the load. Breathe and rise softly, slowly. Breathe and rise. You are holy in the most human way. A man who loves his family, who holds the plan lightly, who breathes when breathing is the only tool, who keeps on believing that the breath that sustains him will sustain the ones who love him. Breathe and rise. Place your hand on your chest. Feel the rise, feel the fall. That rhythm is ancient. That rhythm kept your father going, and his father before him. You are held in something larger than this season. Breathe it in. Let the rest go for tonight. Breathe and rise. You are exactly where you need to be. Breathe and rise, soft and slow. Breathe and rise, let it go. Every breath a new beginning. Breathe and rise, still winning just by staying here and breathing. Breathe and rise. I've been calling this the waiting. Maybe it's something else entirely. Maybe it's the season I was being prepared for all along. Seeds don't bloom in the same week they're planted. Some of the most important work goes unaccounted. In the calendar, invisible, happening underground. The waiting season is where roots are found. Deep in the quiet, deep in the unhurried. Nothing about this season should be hurried. I breathe in the space between the chapters now, and something in the stillness shows me how the waiting is not empty. It is full of everything I've needed. Time to know the waiting is the schoolroom of the soul. The waiting is where patient men grow whole. The waiting season, let it teach me. The waiting season, let it reach me. In the places I was always moving past. The waiting season built to last longer than my comfort wants to hold. The waiting season, where the story's told between the lines in the quiet in between. The waiting season, the most important scene. My daughter sat beside me just to be, not because she needed anything from me, just presence, just the company of us. And I realized, in the waiting, that's the plus. I always meant to give and never had the time for being present, being dad. Not the provider version, just the man. The waiting gave me back what Russian band. The waiting is not punishment, it's space. The waiting is the gift of slowing down. The waiting has a quiet, sacred grace that the season of the rush could never crown. The waiting season, let it teach me. The waiting season, let it reach me. In the places I was always moving past. The waiting season built to last longer than my comfort wants to hold. The waiting season, where the story's told between the lines in the quiet in between. The waiting season, the most important scene. In the waiting I learned my children's favorite colors again. In the waiting I remember what my wife's laugh sounds like when she doesn't know I'm listening. In the waiting I found the version of me that isn't defined by what I produce. The waiting was not empty. The waiting was the fullest season I have known. The waiting season, soft and true. The waiting season made me new. Everything I needed found in the between. The waiting season was the dream I didn't know I was living. The waiting season. Tomorrow is not tonight. Tonight there is only this. And this, right now, is enough. I fed them, that is enough for today. I held them, that is enough for today. I answered when they called my name. I came, I showed up for the ordinary, just the same as every father should. And I was here, present mind available, no fear could take from them what today already gave. Enough for today, that is what I save. When the rest is more than I can hold, let tomorrow carry what tomorrow carries. Tonight I lay it down by choice, not failure. Tonight I close my hands around what's here, what's real. Enough for today, that is the gift I give. Enough for today is how the gentle live through the seasons that demand too much. Enough for today is how I keep in touch with what is real and present and alive. Enough for today is how the good men thrive through the hard chapters one day at a time. Enough for today is all I need to find. The bills can wait until the morning light. I cannot solve them lying here tonight. What I can do is breathe and let the rest belong to God, to mourn into the best. Unfolding of what's coming, I release the weight of what I cannot hold. And peace moves in the way it always does when I let go of what was never mine to try and hold all night. The present is sufficient, always was. Tonight is not a failure, just because tomorrow is still forming. Let it form tonight. Enough is its own quiet warm. Enough for today, that is the gift I give. Enough for today is how the gentle live through the seasons that demand too much. Enough for today is how I keep in touch with what is real and present and alive. Enough for today is how the good men thrive through the hard chapters one day at a time. Enough for today is all I need to find. I love them today. I was here today. I did not disappear. I did not give up. I looked them in the eye today and they saw their Father, present and real. That is not nothing. That is not a small thing. That is everything. Enough for today. Enough for today, let the rest wait. Enough for today, trust the gate will open when the morning comes again. Enough for today, sleep, and then tomorrow will meet you with what it brings. Enough for today. Title change. The man did not. I want to be very clear about that. The man did not change. Not defined by what I hold or what I do, not measured by the title that was never true. About who I am, the depths of what I bring to every room I enter, everything I am was forged before the first paycheck, and it will outlast the last. I will not wreck my understanding of myself on the opinion of a market. I remain my own dominion. My children know who I am, not my role. My wife chose me, the man, not the payroll. My character is the constant, work is the variable. Still the man, that's not debatable. Still the man who shows up, still the man who stays, still the man who loves them through the hardest days. Still the man who prays over sleeping faces. Still the man who fills the unremarkable spaces with his presence, with his warmth, with his care, with his care. Still the man. The title cannot take what's there deep in who I am, unchanged, defined by love, not labor. Still the man, still mine. My son still runs to me when he falls down. My daughter still finds me in every crowd. My wife still reaches in the night that tells me more than any interview, more than sales on any spreadsheet. Yeah, I am valued here in the only currency that's real. I hear it in their voices, feel it in the room. Still the man, still the bread, still in bloom. Still the season changes, roots remain the same. The market shifts, but love still knows my name. No economy defines the father, the husband, the whole man. Still the man, still whole, still the plan, still the man who shows up, still the man who stays, still the man who loves them through the hardest days. Still the man who prays over sleeping faces. Still the man who fills the unremarkable spaces with his presence, with his warmth, with his care, with his care. Still the man. The title cannot take what's there deep in who I am, unchanged, defined by love, not labor. Still the man, still mine. Still the man, still the man. When my children are grown and they look back at this season, they will not remember the job title. They will remember that I was there, that I was steady, that I was kind, that I was still completely their father. Still the man that is not nothing, that is everything. Still the man, still the man, still the whole. Still the man, 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 still the man. These hands are soft right now, not from weakness, from the kind of work that doesn't leave marks, the work of holding, the work of staying. Soft hands, strong heart, I tuck them in with hands that aren't yet rough, with the work that's coming, but tonight enough that these hands are present, that they hold the small warm weight of all I love, the gold of ordinary evenings, light and dear, soft hands at the end of a hard year. Still the hands that they reach for, still the same hands that held them, still here, still their name. Strength is not always visible, strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength is the quiet man who stays when skies are cloud. Soft hands, strong heart, that is what I bring to every ordinary morning. Everything I have that matters, wrapped in tenderness. Soft hands, strong heart, in the wilderness of this hard season I remain the shelter. Soft hands, strong heart, in the helter skelter of uncertainty I hold. Soft hands, strong heart, worth more than gold. My daughter takes my hand, she doesn't know what rests behind the gentleness, the low hum of worry that I carry through the day. But when she holds my hand, it falls away, and what remains is just the love, the real, the soft hands and the strong heart. How I feel about this family, about this life, about soft hands, strong heart, without a doubt. The gentlest grip can hold the most. The softest hand protects the ones who need it most. Soft hands and a strong heart, that's the father that this family found. Soft hands, strong heart, that is what I bring to every ordinary morning. Everything I have that matters, wrapped in tenderness. So soft hands, strong heart, in the wilderness of this hard season I remain the shelter. Soft hands, strong heart, in the helter skelter of uncertainty I hold. Soft hands, strong heart, worth more than gold. Sleep now, Daddy's here. The soft hands are still holding, the strong heart is still beating. Nothing in this world will come through this door tonight that I haven't already decided to face for you. Soft hands, strong heart, sleep. Soft hands, strong heart, always yours. Soft hands, strong heart, through every door, every season, every storm, every night. Soft hands, strong heart, holding tight. Sleep now, heart. Soft hands, strong heart. is a Japanese understanding that the cracks are where the light enters, that the broken places are where the gold goes. Look at the cracks, the light is already coming through. I noticed it this morning, small and real, the way the kitchen filled with light, the meal she made from almost nothing, how it tasted like abundance, nothing gone, nothing wasted. My sons laugh at something I barely caught, the way the dog still greets me, how they've taught me, all of them, that light doesn't need a perfect surface, light finds what it needs. The cracks in this season, let them open wider. Every difficult place is a lamp getting brighter. The light is not despite the breaking, the light is because of it. Light through the cracks, I see it now. Light through the cracks, illuminating how even the hardest season holds a glow. Light through the cracks, the things I know now that I couldn't have seen in the smooth. Light through the cracks, adding its groove into every place I thought was only dark. Light through the cracks, there in every crack a spark. She left a note beside the coffee cup. It said, "We've got this," and I looked up, and through the window, actual dawn light breaking through the clouds, and it was right that it arrived exactly then. The timing was a grace, know the universe rhyming with the softness that I needed. I received it, light through the cracks, and I believed it. Small lights accumulate, that's how dawn works. Not one explosion, the slow gathering of sparks. The cracks in this season, each one a window. Light is already here, let it in, let it glow. Light through the cracks, I see it now. Light through the cracks, illuminating how even the hardest season holds a glow. Light through the cracks, the things I know now that I couldn't have seen in the smooth. Light through the cracks, finding its groove into every place I thought was only dark. Light through the crack, there in every crack a spark. Kintsugi teaches that the repaired vessel is more beautiful than the unbroken one. The gold in the cracks is not hiding the damage, it is celebrating the survival. I am the vessel, the cracks are not my shame, they are where the light I didn't know I had is finally visible. Light through the cracks, I see it now. Light through the cracks, still shining. Light through the cracks, still finding every dark place, filling it with gold. Light through the cracks, the story told in the beautiful broken, in the luminous seams. Light through the cracks, that's the dream. That's the dream.
I carry them, not in the way the world would measure, not yet, but in every breath, in every morning thought, in every quiet prayer, I carry them. Before the house wakes up, I hold their names like something sacred, each one like flames, cupped in the hands against the wind. I keep the thought of them alive through every sleep and waking, every application sent, every door I knock on, every sin I plan and calculate. I carry each of them into the rooms I try to reach. They don't know the weight, I carry it lightly for them. They sleep in trust, I carry it nightly for them. Every unnamed fear I hold away from them, I carry it every day. I carry them in every early morning. I carry them before the day is forming into what it is. I've already placed them at the center. Every mile traced back to their faces. Every choice I make, I carry them. For everything at stake is theirs, not mine. My stakes are just the love, I carry them. Everything I'm made of, I carry them. My daughter doesn't know that when I walk the neighborhood, the mental inventory talk I have with myself is always ending in her name, her future. Where do I begin to build the life she deserves? My son deserves, my wife has earned. Every one of them I carry consciously with care. I carry them, and I am glad I bear this weight. The carried weight of love, the sweetest burden known to any man who chose to not carry it alone, but outward toward the ones who need him. I carry them. I carry them in every early morning. I carry them before the day is forming into what it is. I've already placed them at the center. Every mile traced back to their faces. Every choice I make, I carry them. For everything at stake is theirs, not mine. My stakes are just the love, I carry them. Everything I'm made of, I carry them. One day they will know. One day they will understand that during the season when I had nothing else to give, I gave them everything. Every thought, every prayer, every morning, every plan, all of it was theirs. They were never alone, even when they didn't know it. I was carrying them. The whole time I carry them. I carry them in love and in light. I carry them through the day and the night. Every breath directed toward their peace. I carry them, and I will not cease until my arms can hold what my heart has always held. I carry them. I carry them. I carry them. No matter what has shifted above, the ground has not moved. Feel it, it is still here. You are still standing on something real.
ground is still here. I feel it underneath me, solid, true. The same earth that has held every version through of every man who stood here and was lost, and found the ground still holding, worth the cost of the falling to discover what remains. When titles dissolve and status drains away, the ground remains immovable, real. The ground is still here, that's the whole deal. When everything above seems shifting, look below. When the surface can't be trusted, let the deeper knowing show. The ground is never left, the ground has never failed. The ground is still here beneath the storm and hail. The ground is still here, solid and sure. The ground is still here, ancient and pure. Older than my worry, older than this year. The ground is still here, and so am I here, standing on the real, the deep, the true. The ground is still here, holding me and you. Through every season, through every fall, the ground is still here, holding us all. The ground is still here. My values are my ground, they haven't moved. My love for them is ground, it hasn't grooved. Away beneath the pressure of the season, my character, my ground, my deepest reason. For everything it's here, it's holding firm. The job can go, the ground will still confirm who I am beneath the title, beneath the role. The ground is still here, that's the ground of soul. Every tree survives the storm by what it cannot see. The roots below the surface, deeper than the debris. My roots are still here, my ground is still here, my love is still here. The ground is still here, the ground is still here, solid and sure. The ground is still here, ancient and pure. Older than my worry, older than this year. The ground is still here, and so am I here, standing on the real, the deep, the true. The ground is still here, holding me and you. Through every season, through every fall, the ground is still here, holding us all. The ground is still here. Place your feet flat on the floor. Feel the pressure of it that is real, that is not going anywhere. You are not floating, you are not falling. You are standing on something ancient and solid, that has held every man who has ever stood where you are standing. And it is holding you now. The ground is still here, so are you. The ground is still here, solid and real. The ground is still here, beneath how I feel, beneath the seas and beneath the fear. The ground is still here, I am still here, standing on something that never left. The ground is still here, still here.
didn't end with noise. It ended quietly. One door closing softly, and in the quiet I heard something else, something opening. No grand finale, no dramatic scene, just a normal Tuesday in between everything. And suddenly the chapter done, no applause, no ceremony, just the sun still rising, life continuing around the small quiet closing, just the sound of one door and the silence after, and then barely another beginning. And every ending holds a grace in how it closes. Even the hard ones carry hidden roses. One door closes quietly, listen. Beyond the click, something else is breathing, something coming quick. One door closes quietly, that's okay. One door closes quietly, clears the way for something I could not have entered through. The door that's open now is something new. One door closes quietly, I let it go with gratitude for everything it showed me, taught me, gave me, brought me through. One door closes quietly, opening too. I look at what the closing gave me, space, the room to reconsider, find my place, and something better fitting, more aligned with everything I am, the universe designed. A door that needed closing to reveal the one that was my real, my actual real direction. I was going to the wrong. One door closes quietly, and the song changes key, melody, tempo, oh. The closing is the clearing, the closing is the grace, the ending is the invitation to discover the real place you were always heading, you just couldn't see it yet. One door closes quietly, and the new path is already set. One door closes quietly, that's okay. One door closes quietly, clears the way for something I could not have entered through. The door that's open now is something new. One door closes quietly, I let it go with gratitude for everything it showed me, taught me, gave me, brought me through. One door closes quietly, opening too. Yeah, I've been through enough closed doors to know the pattern. Every one that shut was pointing somewhere else, and somewhere else was always better. Not immediately, not without the walk, but eventually one door closes quietly, and somewhere already another one is opening. Listen, can you hear it? One door closes quietly, let it go. One door closes quietly, let it show you the direction you were always going. Closes quietly, keep knowing something better is already opening. Closes quietly, opening. One door closes quietly, opening. They don't see the hard season, they see their father, and in their eyes I see who I am clearly, who I have always been, who I will continue to be. My daughter looks at me like I have answers, like the world makes sense because I'm in it. Chances, or she doesn't know how close I've come to doubting everything, but she's the sum of every reason I get up again. My children's eyes, they see through all the pain. There's something in me that is still intact. My children's eyes, they bring me back. In my children's eyes, I am still whole. In my children's eyes, I am still the pole star of their small universe, unchanged. And seeing myself through them has rearranged everything about how I see this season. My children's eyes, they're why I try. My children's eyes, they're my morning why. When everything is heavy and unclear, my children's eyes, they cut right through the fear and show me what is real and what is true. My children's eyes, they see me coming through the hard season strong, and still their dad. My children's eyes, the best things I have had. My son fell asleep against my chest last night. His weight so small, his trust so absolute, right? There was everything I needed, the reminder that the world is not what the market defines. A kinder measurement exists, and it is this: the weight of sleep and trust, the tender bliss of being needed in the most human way. My children's eyes, they light my every day. I see no unemployment in their gaze. I see their father warm and real irate. My head when they look at me, because they see a man worth looking at, and I choose to agree. My children's eyes, they're why I try. My children's eyes, they're my morning why. When everything is heavy and unclear, my children's eyes, they cut right through the fear and show me what is real and what is true. My children's eyes, they see me coming through the hard season strong, and still their dad. My children's eyes, the best things I have had. Sleep, my loves, I am watching over you. You don't need to know about the season. You just need to know that your Father sees you seeing Him, and He rises because of it. Every day, because of your eyes. Sleep, my children's eyes, my compass, my children's eyes, my promise. Every morning they remind me who I am. My children's eyes, my plan, my reason, my return, my rising. My children's eyes, surprising me with love I didn't know I needed. My children's eyes, undefeated.
through the house like he knows what is sleeping. Soft steps, gentle hands, a giant who chooses tenderness as his greatest strength. He turns the volume down before he enters. He knows which floorboard creaks the centers of the house he holds together with his quiet. He is a force of nature, choosing riot, never choosing softness, choosing care over power, placing himself where he is most needed, gently without noise. The gentle giant, father, her choice. The world mistakes gentleness for weakness. The world is wrong. The gentle giant knows that soft is the most strong. When soft protects what force would only damage, the gentle giant moves through every heart. Gentle giant, that is who he is. Gentle giant, everything is his to protect, and he protects with care. Gentle giant, always going where the need is. Softly, completely present. Gentle giant, every heart sees and pleasant moment is his doing. Quiet, unseen. Gentle giant knows what gentle means. He sat beside her when she cried last week. Didn't fix it, didn't speak for a long while. Just the presence there, the gentle giant offering his care. Without condition, without agenda, pure. The shelter that his family knows is sure. Not because it's loud, because it stays. Gentle giant, moving through the haze. The strongest arms are the ones that hold without crushing. The deepest love is the one that moves without rushing. The gentle giant knows the full weight of this season and chooses tenderness as his most powerful reason. That is who he is. Gentle giant, everything is his to protect, and he protects with care. Gentle giant, always going where the need is. Softly, completely present. Gentle giant, every heart sees and pleasant moment is his doing. Quiet, unseen. Gentle giant knows what gentle means. When he finally rests and the house is quiet around him, they watch him breathe and they feel safe. Not because of what he provides, because of who he is. The gentle giant, still protecting even in his sleep. Still the shelter, still whole. Gentle giant, soft and strong. Gentle giant, where I belong is here with them, protecting gently real. Gentle giant, that's the deal. The softest strength, the deepest love. Gentle giant. You don't have to carry this tonight. That's mine. Sleep. I'll handle it. Let the day go. Close your eyes, breathe slow. The morning and its questions, let them go. I am here between the dark and everything that waits outside this room. I'm shouldering the weight of it tonight. You rest
The night is mine, the worry I will test. Every option in the morning I will find the path. Tonight your only job unwind.
Sleep, beloved.
I am watching the door.
Sleep, beloved.
I am holding the floor of this family together. That is mine to do.
Sleep,
my vigil is for you.
Sleep, I'll handle it. Sleep, I'll manage it.
Every worry, every question, every fear.
Sleep, I'll handle it. I am here.
The night is safe, the house is held by me.
Sleep, I'll handle it. You can be
completely unguarded, completely at rest.
Sleep, I'll handle it. I'll do the rest.
My daughter breathes, her small chest rising even, her dreams untroubled, unaware, believing that the world is safe because I made it so. Tonight she doesn't need to know anything except the warmth of her own bed. And so I sit the quiet hour instead of sleeping, watching over, keeping still. Sleep, I'll handle it, I always will. The night is manageable. I am the tangible presence at the edge of all your dreaming, keeping watch. Sleep, beloved, you are soft and touched only by my care tonight.
Sleep, I'll handle it. Sleep, I'll manage it.
Every worry, every question, every fear.
Sleep, I'll handle it. I am here.
The night is safe, the house is held by me.
Sleep, I'll handle it. You can be
completely unguarded, completely at rest.
Sleep, I'll handle it. I'll do the rest.
Tomorrow is already being handled. The plan is already forming. The applications are already written in my mind. The doors I'll knock on already map. Tonight this is all that's needed. You sleeping me, watching sleep. I'll handle it. I always have, I always will. Sleep now. Sleep now. Sleep now. Sleep.
I'll manage it.
Rest in the love of a man who is handling it. Let go. Sleep now.
Sleep,
I'll handle it. Sleep.
I can feel it. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a quiet knowing. Something better is coming. I trust that. I've seen it before. Something better is coming. The pattern holds, I've lived it long enough. Every season of the difficult and rough has ended without exception. Everyone has opened on the other side. The sun has risen on a better version of the story every time. And so above the current chapter, I can feel the turn. Something better is coming, I discern. Not wishful thinking, pattern recognition, not blind hope, evidence-based intuition. I have seen this before. The turn always arrives. Something better is coming. That is how life thrives. Something better is coming. I can feel it soft. Something better is coming, slowly being aloft. On the horizon, forming, taking shape. Something better is coming. The escape from this hard chapter into something new. Something better is coming, and it's true. Not because I want it, because I've seen. Something better is coming. It has always been on the way. I hold it like a seed inside my chest. This knowing, quiet, peaceful, manifest in how I wake each morning, how I face the applications, every challenging space, with something underneath the effort, faith, not blind experience, the faith of a man who's traced the pattern through the years, the faith that says something better is coming one of these days. The farmer doesn't panic at the empty field. He knows the season and he trusts the yield is coming, that the rain will find the seed. Something better is coming. That is all I need to know tonight. Something better is coming. I can feel it soft. Something better is coming, slowly being aloft. On the horizon, forming, taking shape. Something better is coming. The escape from this hard chapter into something new. Something better is coming, and it's true. Not because I want it, because I have seen. Something better is coming. It has always been on the way. I don't know the shape of it yet. I don't know the timeline, but I know the pattern. And the pattern says, after this, something better. After the hard season, the turn, after the long waiting, the arrival, something better is coming. Rest in that, sleep in that certainty tonight. Something better is coming, something sure. Something better is coming, pure and real and on its way. I feel it near. Something better is coming. It is here, already forming, already on its way. Something better is coming, every day closer. Something better is coming, sweet.
Let me be honest about something. My value was never in the paycheck. It was always, only ever, in who I am. And who I am has not changed. I used to measure everything in what I made. The number at the bottom, how I graded my performance as a human. That was never right, but it was all I knew. However, now the paycheck's gone, and what remains is every version of myself that gains no market value and is worth the most, worth more than a paycheck. That's not a boaster. The love I give, no salary. The presence that I bring, no column in a spreadsheet, captures what it means. Worth more than a paycheck. Always was, always will be. Worth more than a paycheck, always have been. Worth more than a paycheck in every scene that matters in the morning and the night. Worth more than a paycheck, that is right. No employment status changes what I am. Worth more than a paycheck. Husband, dad, the man who shows up and stays present. And who cares? Worth more than a paycheck. Nothing compares to that. She didn't marry my employment status. She married the man whose morning greatest falls upon her like the light whose hands she reaches for, whose quiet understands her without asking. That man is still here, unchanged, the job when he didn't disappear. And he is worth far more than any line on any payslip. Worth more, that is fine. My children's sense of safety, no price tag. My family's sense of belonging, not a line item. The man I am is the currency that this family runs on. Worth more than a paycheck. Every morning on and on. Paycheck, always have been. Worth more than a paycheck in every scene that matters in the morning and the night. Worth more than a paycheck, that is right. No employment status changes what I am. Worth more than a paycheck. Husband, dad, the man who shows up and stays present. And who cares? Worth more than a paycheck. Nothing compares to that. When my children are older, they will not say, my father provided well. They will say, my father was present. My father was kind. My father was there. My father loved us. That is worth more than any paycheck. That is the measure that matters. That is what I bring every day. Still worth more than a paycheck, always true. Worth more than a paycheck, me and you, building something money can never buy. Worth more than a paycheck, that is why I am still the wealth of this family. Worth more than a paycheck, quietly worth every. I sat beside the river today. It has not stopped, not once. Through every season, through every storm, through every drought, the river still flows. And so do I. The river doesn't ask if it's convenient, where the banks are welcoming, lenient. With its passage it just moves, always forward, always finding what the stone withheld toward the sea, the inevitable destination of every water, every situation. Resolves in movement, even blocked it goes around. The river always finds, the river flows. When I feel frozen, be the river. When I feel stopped, let myself deliver the movement that was always inside me. The river does not stop, let it remind me. The river still flows beneath the ice. The river still flows, not once, not twice, but always through every frozen season. The river still flows for the deepest reason. Life is not the surface, life is the current. The river still flows, certain and concurrent, with everything I need to keep believing. The river still flows, and I am not leaving this journey. I watched it carry leaves I couldn't plan into arrangements that no human hand could place with that much grace. The river knows a kind of wisdom that just grows from moving, from not stopping, from the choice to find the way. The water's patient voice has been here longer than this season long. Before my heart is here, the river's song. The river doesn't know about my worry. The river doesn't rush, not even hurry. It simply goes, and going is the whole of it, and going is enough. The soul of everything that's living is in the going. The river's still flowing, the river still flows beneath the ice. The river still flows, not once, not twice, but always through every frozen season. The river still flows for the deepest reason. Life is not the surface, life is the current. The river still flows, certain and concurrent, with everything I need to keep believing. The river still flows, and I am not leaving this journey. Let yourself be the river tonight. Let go of the banks that you've been holding. The water doesn't grip the shore to stay. It trusts the flow. It trusts that the flow knows where it's going, and it does. It always reaches the sea. You will too. The river still flows. Let go. Flow. The river still flows, soft and sure. The river still flows, ancient and pure, and I flow with it toward the sea. The river still flows, and so do I. The river still flows. Sleep and flow. The house is sleeping. This hour belongs to no one else. This is the hour I find my footing before the morning breaks. This is where I go. The kettle barely whispers in the quiet. The notebook open, thoughts before the riot of the day begins. I lay it all out here. Everything I carry, every fear. I name it in the dark, and naming it takes half its power. I sit with it until it's just information, not a wall before the morning breaks. I hold it all before the morning breaks. I pray without performance. Before the morning breaks, I find my own assurance. In the quiet, in the honest, in the stripped back real. Before the morning breaks, this is how I heal. Before the morning, I find my ground. Before the morning, in the profound silence, I remember who I am. Before the morning, I form the plan, not from panic, from the quiet clear. For the morning breaks, the atmosphere of my own honest selves. Before the noise, before the morning breaks, I find my voice, my footing. I have been doing this for 30 years. The pre-dawn inventory through the tears, through the gratitude. Some mornings both arriving in the same breath, the unspoken oath I make to myself and to the day. Your present honest, the best version free from performance, just myself. Before the morning breaks, I open every door of who I am. Before the morning breaks, the prayer is pure. Before the morning breaks, the footing sure. No audience, no mask, just me and what is real. Before the morning breaks, this is how I feel. My way to morning, I find my ground. Before the morning breaks, in the profound silence, I remember who I am. Before the morning breaks, I form the plan, not from panic, from the quiet clear. For the morning breaks, the atmosphere of my own honest self. Before the noise, before the morning breaks, I find my voice and my footing. There is a man who reads this before his family wakes, who carries more than he shows, who prays before the house knows he is awake, who refills himself in the dark, so the day doesn't empty him. I see that man, I am that man. Before the morning breaks, this hour is ours, the most sacred hour, the hour nobody else sees, the hour everything is built from. Before the morning breaks, before the morning breaks, this is mine. Before the morning breaks, the divine quiet of a man who knows himself. Before the morning breaks, the wealth of the pre-dawn I haven't given up. I wanna say that clearly, not for anyone else, for myself. I haven't given up, and I won't. 14 applications, 2 callbacks, 1 interview that didn't leave undone. Felt like for a moment, and I sat with the feeling, held it, and after that I filled out the next one, sent it through. That is not defeat, that's what I do. I haven't given up. That's not a brag, it's just the truth. No white flag. The quiet ones don't announce their persistence. The quiet ones just cover the distance, mile after mile, form after form. I haven't given up. That's the norm for men like me. We simply continue. I haven't given up. That's what's in you. I haven't given up, and I won't. I haven't given up, even when I don't feel the progress, even when the door is closed. I haven't given up, even when I'm most exhausted, even when the night is long. I haven't given up, still going, still strong, in the only way that counts. Still here, still try. I haven't given up. No use in denying what is simply true. My wife looked at me with something in her eyes last Thursday. Something past surprise, something closer to. She sees me and she knows what this costs, and still the stain shows in everything I do. I haven't quit, doesn't mean it's easy. Every bit of this is hard, and I am still here, still. I haven't given up, and I never will. The quiet declaration is the strongest kind. The quiet declaration comes from deep inside, not the performance of a man who's fine. The truth of a man who draws the line at surrender. I haven't given up. That's the sentence. That's enough. I haven't given up, and I won't. I haven't given up, even when I don't feel the progress, even when the door is closed. I haven't given up, even when I'm most exhausted, even when the night is long. I haven't given up, still going, still strong, in the only way that counts. Still here, still try. I haven't given up. No use in denying what is simply true. To the man who wonders if he's still in it, you are. To the man who's filled out the same form for the 14th time this month, you haven't given up. That is the bravest thing I know. Not the dramatic gesture, the 14th form, the 15th application, the quiet, unglamorous, daily choosing to continue. You haven't given up. we're still here. I haven't given up, still here. I haven't given up, still here. On why I'm doing this and who it's for. One giving up, one more form, one more door, one more day. I haven't given up on the way to what's coming. I haven't given up. You can take the fruit, you can take the branches, you can take everything visible, but you cannot reach the roots. The roots go too deep, roots don't lie. And my roots are not in the market. The storm can strip the surface clean. It has done this before, left nothing but the jazz of empty branches bare against the sky. And every time the spring comes back and I grow back from the roots, every single time the roots remember who I am. The rhyme and reason of my deepest self is kept. And what survives the winter, what is slept through every storm and risen every year. Roots don't lie, they hold what matters. Roots don't lie when everything else scatters. The roots remain, the character, the love, the deep. Roots don't lie, and roots don't sleep. Roots don't lie, I know who I am. Roots don't lie beneath the circumstance and span of every difficult season. I remain rooted, real, the same essential man that was there before the fall. Roots don't lie, and they outlast it all. Every storm that stripped what wasn't mine. Roots don't lie, the character's design remains. I planted roots in this family long ago, before the season stripped the surface so. When the surface went, the family felt the roots, still holding, still providing the deep truths of who I am, still reaching through the ground into their lives. My roots still found, and every morning I get up and try, and every prayer I breathe. Roots don't lie. Character is a root system, deeper than the title. Character is what remains when everything feels tidal. And sweeping the roots hold, the roots say who you are. Roots don't lie, and that's the deepest truth by far. Roots don't lie, I know who I am. Roots don't lie beneath the circumstance and span of every difficult season. I remain rooted, real, the same essential man that was there before the fall. Roots don't lie, and they outlast it all. Every storm that stripped what wasn't mine. Roots don't lie, the character's design remains. The oldest trees in the world have survived every storm of the last 1,000 years. Not because they were never hit, because the roots went deeper than the storm. My roots are in my love for this family and my character and my faith. Nothing that has happened this season has reached the roots. The roots are intact. And from the roots, everything grows back. Roots don't lie. Roots don't lie, still planted. Roots don't lie, still granted. All the strength I need, deep, real, true. Roots don't lie, still growing through every winter, into every spring. Roots don't lie, everything that matters is still here. Roots don't lie, sleep. Still deep. Roots don't lie, sleep. I hold the vision, not every day, but on the nights that matter. I hold it. The day I walked through that door, with everything changed, I hold it, and it carries me forward. I see it soft and golden in my mind. The morning I return, the kind of morning you don't rush, you pause inside. The door frame, feel the weight of having tried. And finally, finding the door that opened, and I walked through nothing more required of me tonight than holding this, the vision of the morning, holding it bliss. When I return, not the same man. When I return, carrying the span of everything this season taught me deep. When I return, I'll bring what the difficult days help me keep. When I return, and I will return. When I return, with everything I've learned from this season, every lesson, every night. When I return, and the morning light finds us where we always should have been. When I return, and my family sees the man who held on, who stayed, who kept the dream. When I return, it will mean everything. When I return, I see my daughter's face, the recognition that the season changed, the soft transition in her eyes, from worried watching to release. The moment she exhales and finds her peace, my son against my chest, a different weight than worry, pride, my wife, the gate she's kept open all this time, the light she left on. I come home when I return right. The vision is the fuel on the hardest night. The vision is the compass pointing toward the light. The vision keeps me going when the going is unclear. When I return, that vision holds me here. When I return, and I will return. When I return, with everything I've learned from this season, every lesson, every night. When I return, and the morning light finds us where we always should have been. When I return, and my family sees the man who held on, who stayed, who kept the dream. When I return, it will mean everything. When I return, I don't know the date. I don't know the exact shape of the morning, but I know it is coming. And when it comes, when I walk through that door with the season behind me, I will know that every pre-dawn prayer, every quiet night, every application, every moment I chose to stay instead of disappear, was the path that led me home. When I return, and I will return, hold on, we're almost there. When I return, soft and certain, when I return, past the curtain of this season into the morning light. When I return, it'll be right. Everything the way it should have been. When I return, having seen the deepest version of myself and stay. When I return, unafraid, at last, at last, at last. When I return home.